Hello, YouTube family. It's very exciting and surreal to be here with you, to be sharing this first video with you. I am Sarah, and I'm not going to bore you with any details about who I am and what I do. I'm sure that you will pick up on that and learn more about that as time goes on. Today, I'm speaking to you about light language, and I want to first start off with sharing, I guess, my approach to some of these higher spiritual concepts, such as light language. I am a very practical person, and I love to teach in a way that is very grounded and very down to earth. So I hope that you can feel that as we move through this conversation together. So welcome. I'm going to begin with my journey into channeling light language and the light language that I bring through today. But I also want to give you my take on how we can work with the language of light and what it actually does to our system, because it is multidimensional. There are so many aspects to this beautiful blessing that is source frequency channeled through the language of light. So I want to speak to this today. I'm so thrilled that you're here, and if you resonate with this content, then give this video a like. Subscribe to this channel if that feels good for you. So let's begin. Oh gosh, my journey with light language started probably about 5 years ago, 4 to 5 years ago. I started to be aware that light language was a thing. So I think I'd found a few YouTube channels on it. I'd heard some people speaking it. And I had started to write light language. So it came through to me first as some symbols, so written light language in the form of symbols, just freehand. But what I would do when I was channeling this was I would close my eyes and just put that little bit of separation between me, Sarah, my mind, and this frequency language. It helped me to get out of my head and to be because I'm a very creative person, and my mind was wanting to go, let's just change that, it doesn't look quite right. Whereas the language of light is something that just comes through so fluidly when you allow it to, that it doesn't need to be fixed or changed. And so I had to close my eyes to kind of stop my brain from trying to interfere and trying to perfect things and get things looking good. And so I started writing it, and I was writing actually in vertical lines, these symbols. They just came through, writing them in vertical lines. And I did that for quite some time, and then it kind of transitioned into painting. I was painting symbols, and I was incorporating them into my watercolor art that I was doing. And this was all just my own personal exploration, basically, through my creative energy. And actually before that, can I just step back a little bit? I had a very deep connection to mandalas, and I was drawing mandalas and I was receiving messages from mandalas, and this was actually where my whole business started, that I just created an Instagram. It was probably about 9 years ago, and I just started putting my art on there, my mandala art, and people were reaching out and wondered if I could create logos for them, and then blah blah blah. That's how my Sacred Made studio began. So I was already connected to sacred geometry in a way, and if you are watching this video, then that's possibly something that you have felt as well, that connection to sacred geometry, sacred symbols. And it's because they hold a really pure frequency, a frequency that we can attune to and receive from. So I'm going to get into that conversation a little bit further down this track, but let's just carry on with the light language. So I was writing it down and just exploring it in my own way. And then there was a moment in time when a divine download, a new soul modality came through to me. And it actually came through via a friend who I was in a mastermind with. She asked me to channel her a symbol for her soul-led business, a symbol that was going to activate her soul and really hold the essence of the work that she was here to put out into the world. So of course I was like, okay, I can do that. I've never done it before, but there is something here for me. I just felt this sense of, yes, this is the pathway. This is something significant. And so I sat down and I channeled this symbol through for her. And that was the very first soul activation symbol, which is my signature soul modality, which is what I have built my design business around, my light language. So Sacred Maid Studio is my design business, and I channel through these soul activation symbols and create logos for incredible visionary women, women who are doing massive things in the world. Women, yes, who are starting out and bringing their gifts to the world, bringing through their light language, their energy work, things that the world had never actually seen before, all the way through to women who are quite well established, have seven-figure businesses and are quite anchored in their work and what they bring. This is the work that I do here. And so soul activation symbols, I'm going to be bringing through a lot more content around what these are, because it's just necessary. It's necessary for me to be speaking about this. I can't really tell you exactly why, but I have been prompted to start this channel to share more about this form of light language, which is the modality that came through for me. So soul activation symbols are light language. They are a frequency language, a language of frequency. They are my personal translation of source frequency. So I work directly with source. I have a very deep connection to the angelic realm, and that is the work that I channel through. I work with a team of cosmic angelic guides, and there are 12 of them, and they each hold a sacred symbol at their forehead, almost like a crown that they wear it here at their forehead. But they are light beings, so they have no physical form, really, but they have, I guess, an outline of a physical form, light, and they hold these sacred geometry, sacred symbols at their forehead, like a crown, which is so beautiful. Which, like, when you think about it and you connect with their energy, it's just so, it's so sovereign. It's so high vibrational. They reside in the ninth dimension. And these are the guides that I connect to when I bring through soul activation symbols. And soul activation symbols are what I said, my translation of source frequency. So I'll tell you a little bit about my process, because sometimes that is helpful to learn, or it's interesting to learn about how people actually channel things and that whole process. So for me, I like to create a ceremony around a soul activation symbol. So a client will come in, they will book in their symbol, we will have a conversation in Telegram, just a brief conversation, because I connect deeper with their energy through listening to their voice. There are codes that our voice holds, a signature of our soul that can be received by others and brought into another person's field to connect them with that soul. And so I ask that they introduce themselves or share a little bit about their mission in that Telegram space, and I listen in, and then I create a sacred ceremony for their channeled symbol to come through. And this looks like a crystal grid usually. If I have flowers in the garden, I will bring flowers into it as well. Just creating this altar, really, this sacred portal that is an energetic structure to support this symbol to come through. So I channel the symbol through, and immediately I feel messages around that symbol. I understand the energetic structure of it, what it's here to activate, where it's here to work within the body, and I translate all of those messages to my client. But I also, although I receive these things myself, I also love to make this process really empowering for my client. So it's always encouraged that they generate their own connection, that they feel into where the symbol wants to be located in their body, what energy system it's here to activate and to kind of amplify or clear out. And because we all have this ability, we all have this skill to connect with these higher frequencies, to bring them into our field, to support us with our ascension, to clear our field, to activate, to energize, to amplify our heart and our energy and our soul work in the world. And so there's always a process that comes through, but I love to invite my clients to really take ownership of this, because I am the one channeling the symbol and kind of introducing them to this frequency, but it's their symbol, it's not my symbol. And so they are in charge of working with it and receiving from it. And this happens in lots of different ways. Oh goodness, what are we going to go into with this conversation? So I'm just going to end this video with a portion of information on how these work within the energetic field. So these symbols hold an incredibly high and pure vibration. So when we see these symbols, when we visually connect to them, we are immediately receiving from them. And there's a process that happens, a process of light technology, which I channeled from my guides, called vibrational entrainment. And this is basically around two different vibrational frequencies. One that is oscillating at a higher frequency, and higher really just means more coherent, more pure, more refined. And another frequency that perhaps is not so much. But what happens is, if these two frequencies are in the same kind of realm, bandwidth, then the higher vibrational frequency can pull the lower vibrational frequency into coherence with it. So this is why we feel activated. We feel like this energy come through our system when we are working with sacred symbols. There is this vibrational entrainment that's happening, that our field, our energetic structure is coming back into wholeness, back into who we truly are, which is this beautiful, pure, infinite source frequency energy. And there's nothing really that you need to do from the mental aspect, just connecting with these symbols visually. You are immediately receiving from them. You are immediately receiving the codes that they hold. And you will feel this in lots of different ways. I've had clients burst into tears when they saw their symbol, which is really just their heart opening. I've had clients actually be taken back to previous lifetimes and gaining a valuable lesson or knowledge of a lesson that they are then bringing into this lifetime. I've had other clients who got taken back to their birth moment within this life and were able to heal something that had been carried with them for their entire life, something that transpired at their birth. And so, I'm just getting chills with that. There are so many multidimensional ways that we work with this frequency of light language, and I'm just speaking specifically about soul activation symbols, the modality that I channel through. But there is an invitation for you to dive into this for yourself. Like I said, when we take our mind out of it and we just allow ourselves to play in whatever we are receiving, we actually give ourselves access to more of that information, and it starts to flow through at a deeper level. So I encourage you, if you are new to light language, or you're trying to find out about light language, or you've felt an activation from one of my symbols or something else that somebody has channeled through, but you just don't know why. You don't know why you've felt a shift in your body. Hopefully this has brought through some information to help with what's actually happening when we connect in with these sacred symbols and this light language. So thank you. This was the first video. Hopefully it has been informative. Grounded light is really what I want to bring through with these transmissions, so that you just gain a deeper, fuller awareness of light language and channeled frequency symbols, the things that we are bringing through to amplify the energy here on the earth. So my name is Sarah. Thank you for being here, and I will catch you next time.